Tell you what, save it for the reception. Well, lords and ladies, welcome one and all. First off, you're all here for my wedding, right?
Yes.
Excellent work. Excellent work. The ceremony will begin in about a moment's time. Before we begin, I was hoping to have a few words with my betrothed Guinevere. You see, there comes a time when the... Oh, here she comes now. Wish me luck, my friends. Guinevere, I'm so happy we're getting this chance to talk before the wedding.
I got your note. I didn't think we'd get a chance to be alone with Father and...
You know, I haven't really had a chance to get to know your father, but I must say, he reminds me quite a lot of Merlin.
So you wish to talk about something?
Yes, when? Something very serious, I'm afraid. You see, there comes a time...
Oh no! You don't want to get married, is that it? You're getting cold feet?
Oh, no, no, Gwen, of course I want to marry you.
What has something upset you then? Is it Father?
No, of course not. I can handle your father. After all, I've dealt with ruthless invaders in the past.
Oh, Kendrick, that's a fine statement to make on your wedding day. You don't like my family.
No, Gwen, that's not it at all. Your father's fine. It's just... Yes?
Do you doubt my love?
Oh, no.
Then it's your love for me that you now question.
No! Guinevere, no! I love you more than any man has ever loved a woman. I love you more than I ever thought I could love anyone. You're a part of me, Gwen. You're the best half of what makes me whole.
Oh, Arthur. That's what's the problem?
Guinevere, there comes a time when...
Arthur,
Yes?
I love you. And you love me. Any speeches you need to make, you can make from the reception. All right?
Gwen? All right.
Arthur! Calm down, you two. Remember, it's considered bad luck we can see each other before the wedding, let alone do what you were doing.
Sorry, old friend. We could not resist.
Yes, but resist the temptation, please. Both of you. Your wedding is supposed to be an affair of state. It wouldn't do for you to begin your own affair before the vows are used. Princess Guinevere, just think what your father would say if you could see him now. Kindly go and prepare for the ceremony. Your ladies are waiting for you, and I wish to speak with His Majesty himself. Ah, I'm surprised at you carrying on like this. Didn't I teach you anything about decorum and diplomacy?
You know, I'm not really sure. Was that the time you turned me into the hawk or the squirrel? Oh, come on, old friend, I'm sorry. I'm joking. Sorry, Merlin, it's just... My heart isn't light as a feather just now. Guinevere loves me.
Of course he does, Majesty. Now, if you just come down to earth for just a moment, I have something very important I wish to discuss with you. First, I want to remind you of my warning this morning. Something is coming. Some kind of a test. And if it happens that you find yourself pitted against a superior power today, you must not fight, but submit. Do you understand?
Oh,
Good. Secondly, I wish to warn you about your half-sister, Morgan.
Morgan, yes. Are we able to find her, Merlin, and apologize for me?
No, Your Majesty, she is nowhere to be found now.
That's a pity. I wanted to explain everything to her myself, of course, but there just hasn't been time. Still, she must understand. I wouldn't have given King Leodegrance part of her kingdom if there were any other way.
Of course, Majesty. King Leodegrance set the protection of Guinevere as the most important condition of the marriage arrangement. And as your half-sister's kingdom of Gaul lies between this land and the barbarians of the north, it was perfectly reasonable of you to offer King Leodegrance the opportunity to strengthen the borders with a large military presence of his own, to safeguard his future invasion.
Still, I can see Morgan seeing this as nothing less than me giving complete dominion of her kingdom away. I can understand her being upset. And I will not hold it against her if she decides not to come to the ceremony.
I would not worry overmuch about Morgan not choosing to attend the ceremony, Majesty. Rather, I should worry about what we will do to protect ourselves if she does.
Oh, surely you don't think she'd go so far as to disrupt the ceremony?
They say that hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. Morgan is no mere woman. I would not put anything beyond her abilities, or beneath her capacity for revenge. If you ask me, I think we shall find...
How now, brother! What are you and Merlin planning? Everyone's back there waiting for the ceremony to begin.
How now, King, my brother? This is nothing. Just my old chief advisor giving me one last good piece of advice. So, you were saying, Merlin, when a king and a princess love each other very, very
Oh, yes. We'll let you figure out that one on your own, Majesty. It's okay. It will appear to have all the preparations well in hand. Tell me, is everything prepared for the ceremony?
Thank you for your confidence, Merlin. Just about, I would say. Everyone's back there already. And with you two here, the only thing we need is the officiant of ceremony. Where's the monk that King Leodegrance brought with him? Where's Brother Bernard?
Here I am, Sir Kay. Just waiting for my introduction. Oh, sorry to stand on ceremony, but I was... ceremony? Like a wedding ceremony. It's funny, get it?
Save your jokes for the reception. Thank you, brother. Now, if you would all take your places. Brother! Stand there. Arthur, you stand there. And Merlin, you're standing in place for our father, correct? You stand there. And now, wedding singers, are you all warmed up?
Come on, sir.
Save it for the ceremony, please. And remember, everyone, we want this to be a joyous, spontaneous, romantic occasion. So at all costs, keep to the schedule! My lords and ladies, thank you for joining me on this historic occasion. Welcome one and all to the joining of nations, the coming together of two great powers, and the celebration of love, the wedding nuptials of King Arthur Pendragon and Princess Guinevere Camellia, a royal wedding. Bridal escorts, Sir Bors de Guinness and Sir Lionel Camellia, ring bearer Dame Dindrain, matrons of honor Lady Lardine and Lady Hermeset. And now, if you would please all join me and rise. Welcome the father of the bride, King Leodegrance of Camellia, and the Princess Guinevere.
A union between these two young people will forge a bond between their two nations. It is indeed a great responsibility for them to bear. Therefore, before we proceed with the ceremony, I would ask the monarchs of these two nations to step forward and seal their peaceable bond with some token of brotherly affection. With that done, it remains only for me to ask if anyone in this assembly knows of any reason at all that these two should not be married. Let them speak now or forever hold their peace. No? Well, good. We now continue with the reading from the...
Stop! I object! This wedding cannot take place!
Oh,
Why, in heaven's name?
Because I will not allow it! Nor will I allow an alliance between my dear brother and his precious intended to rob me of my kingdom!
Morgan! Sister, I know you are upset, but please, this is hardly the time!
Can you think of a better one, brother? After all, now I have you all here together. For years, I have played the sweetly supportive sister. For years, I have held my tongue and suppressed my true nature. And how am I repaid? You think nothing of giving my kingdom away.
That is not true! Morgan, I know you are upset. And I promise you, I will make amends. So please, sister, why not put aside our differences and join in the ceremony? No? But why?
Because I hate you. I hate you for your smug self-righteousness, for your unyielding arrogance, and for the hypocrisy of your supposed goodness. But still, I would have borne my feelings in silence for years to come, had you not dared to come between me and the rule of God.
God, your kingdom?
That kingdom was entrusted to you by His Majesty.
To rule honorably in his name. And since then you've ruled your subjects as a tyrant!
And if I have, they were in my power to rule as I saw fit. Ha! You fools know nothing of the wielding of power. But trust me, you are going to learn. Vermin!
Arthur, what is that poor thing?
Morgan, what sorcery is this? What is that creature?
This? Oh, this is no one of consequence, I assure you. This is Vermin, my assistant, my familiar, if you will. I believe your wedding invitation stated that I could bring a guest.
Keep laughing, witch. Soon you'll be laughing out of the other side of your face.
That's telling her balls.
Now, all of you, stand down! Now! All right, Morgan. You've disrupted the ceremony with your objections. You have terrified my guests. And you have revealed your true colors at last. Are you yet satisfied? Or is there more damage you would do?
Oh, there is more, Arthur. There is much more. Would you like to see?
I do not fear you, Morgan. Do your worst.
Oh, I intend to. Vermin!
What's happening to them? Who is that?
It is the East Wind, Arthur. The very personification of the East Wind.
She's beautiful.
And dangerous. The elemental Fae are amongst the most powerful and the most deadly. She cannot communicate as the other Fae can. Nor is she to be reasoned with any more than one can reason with the wind itself.
I am glad you recognize the futility of opposing me, Merlin. And now, behold another well-wisher I have summoned to this happy event. has a job to do here.
Daughter! Oh, the skin! It's like ice! What have you done to her?
Your Highness, keep calm and stay away from the princess. She is under a deep enchantment. Morgan has summoned the power of the north wind to freeze the heart of the Princess Guinevere.
Is she dead?
No, or rather, not yet. The magic which has frozen her heart is also keeping her alive, for the time being.
Release her! You, unnatural woman!
Unnatural? Is that what you call me, old fool? But how wrong you are, when standing before you is one who can harness the power of nature itself. I am Queen Morgan the Fay, heir to all the power of the fairy kingdom.
Power of the Fae is not yours by right of birth, Morgan. How did you come by it? Did you steal it?
Oh, you insult my mistress with such accusations, wizard. It was given to her by...
Stop! No! That secret is mine to keep, Merlin. Besides, how I came by the power is not half as interesting as what I plan on doing with it.
Enough of your games, Morgan! What do you want?
Oh, why, everything you have, Arthur. How nice of you to ask. I want it all.
And what? You expect me to just hand my kingdom over to you?
Arthur?
What? Yes, actually, that is what I was expecting originally. But you know, now I'm not sure that's quite enough.
Then what? My life? I will give it to you gladly if it will guarantee my Guinevere her safety.
Please, brother, spare me your noble speeches. You self-sacrificing hero types make me sick. No, what I really want is power. More power. Ultimate power over all that I see.
What?
That kind of power is forbidden to mortals, Morgan. Power such as you seek can only be drawn from the earth itself, and from its guardian, Mab, the Queen of the Fae!
The wizard guesses right, my queen. We all draw powers from the great mother Mab.
Mab? Who is this woman? Why have I never heard of her?
Clever, Merlin. Very clever. Thanks to this blunderer, you've uncovered the secret of my power. But it will avail you not. For now I am one with the elements, one with the natural forces of the earth itself. Look, all of you, and bear witness to a queen reborn. No longer shall I be Morgan, Queen of Gore, but Morgan, Fae of the West Wind, the wind of change. Oroko, oroko, no, doro, zobo, zobo, to, doro, koro, zodonto. Tanoroko, oroko, no, doro, sof, doro, to, zobo,
this?
koro, zodonto. Oroko, oroko, no, doro, zobo, zobo, koro, koro, zodonto.
Your Majesty! Don't just stand in line and help him!
No! Leave her! You cannot help him!
Kneel before me, Arthur! Kneel and beg my forgiveness, and I may yet spare your life!
Never! No!
Or perhaps your own life is not enough to persuade you? You! Freeze the blood of the Princess Guinevere! Crystallize our body from the inside! At last may I be revenged for all wrongs done to me. At long last, my sufferings will end with his death.
If you've finished with Arthur then, Morgan, and you've achieved what you set out to do, kill him and be done with it, I say.
What
To the traitor! This is where all of you, when I give the word, disarm the guards. Yes, strike him down as you will, Morgan. Then you can return your borrowed powers to the fairy queen, and the natural balance between the worlds of human and fae will be restored.
Natural balance? Ha! What care I for the natural balance? I am a fairy queen now, and I do not choose to relinquish my power.
Great Lady Mab will not take kindly to having another declare herself the Queen of the Fae. Make your claims to her if you dare, Morgan. Or are you afraid to call upon her so soon after you betray her?
The great Queen Morgan fears no one, meddling wizard, not even the lady. And she can call upon her any time she wishes. With this.
No, vermin, you fool!
Mouth of man! I thought so! Knights, disarm the guards! To battle!
They want this. Take them out.
Take it away, you fool! You have to take it away!
Morgan! Time to hold that creature! What is this thing, Morgan? You fear to touch it? Why? What is it?
Stay back, Arthur. I'm warning you.
It is an ancient talisman, Arthur, called the Mouth of Man. It can be used to contact the Queen of the Fae. It must connect Morgan to her power in some way.
And yet she fears to touch it. Perhaps, if she makes contact with it, her evil power will be broken.
No, Arthur. Morgan still holds the winds at bay. Without her, we have little chance of restoring Guinevere. Still, there may yet be another way.
Will these help her?
Yes, boys, I think they will. I am going to use these blades to contact the Queen of the Fae.
And Merlin, you shall require this.
No!
Too late! Too late, old fool! Arthur has fouled the mouth with his touch, and the spell of the mask is useless without it. You'll never contact Queen Mab now.
You do not know all, Morgan. The Queen of the Fae has safeguarded many ways to maintain contact with her own children.
What?
Great man, I call upon you. Your godson Merlin calls upon you.
Greetings, Merlin, beloved godson and ever friend of the Fae. To what does the fairy queen owe the honor of this contact?
Dire need, godmother. Your servant Morgan has offered death to a human who has submitted to her in defeat. She has squandered the power of the Fae upon petty revenge and upset the natural balance between the worlds of human and Fae. I call upon you to help us defeat her, Great Mab.
He lies, Great Mab. I did not betray you.
Silence, Morgan. I knew you would betray us. I told you you would. It is as I feared. You have proven yourself unworthy to receive the power of the Fae. From this day hence, you'll sever your ties with the Fae folk.
But what of the damage already done, godmother?
Fear not, mortals. The seeds of Morgan's undoing have been sown already. Look to the south. Look to the south, and do with her what you will. The power is yours.
What does she mean, Merlin? Help is coming?
Which way is south? No, south. Look to the south. The south wind. She comes.
her ground against the unified power of human and fae.
What was that mouthing, Merlin?
A magical talisman balls, one of the many ways to connect the Fey kingdom with the world of humankind. Ways that are becoming less and less frequented as man's influence upon the earth grows ever stronger.
Would you use it again?
I think not, Dindrain. The mouth required a Fey host to hold it and focus the connection between worlds. Once Arthur held it in his mortal hands, that connection was forever broken.
And that is why Morgan feared to touch it. Despite all of my sister's protestations to godhood, in the end she was all too human.
Yes, well, what are you standing around depressed for? Let's have a wedding! Oh! Back in place! Back in place!
Now, where was I? Oh, yes. If anyone in this assembly knows of any reason at all that these two should not be married, let them speak now or forever hold their peace.
I object. What? Everyone, please stop for a moment. Guinevere, there's something I must discuss with you.
Here, Arthur.
Yes, Gwen. I do not know how to tell you this, dearest. There comes a time when a man must look beyond his own needs and wants and think instead of the greater good of his people, but of the ones he loves. I have learned a great deal of what it takes to be a king this day. All of you, my friends, and hard experiences have been my teachers. And I now believe, with all I have learned, that it is not best that we should be married today. Gwen, what is it? Guinevere, what's so funny?
Everything! After everything that's happened, Morgan and the fighting and the wedding is still so funny.
Guinevere, I am speaking in earnest. Guinevere, please stop laughing. Don't you understand? I'm trying to tell you that it is not best that we should be wed. Not for me, but for you. My sister Morgan is now our mortal enemy. We are in constant danger of invasion. Even Merlin says that. Still, you keep on laughing. Don't you see the danger we're in?
The only danger I see is that I'm in danger of becoming a widow before ever becoming a bride. Marry me first, my love, and let us face whatever dangers come to pass together. You do love me, don't you?
I do.
I do.
Well, if you're all agreed on that, by the power vested in me by God, I now pronounce you man and wife. King Arthur, you may kiss your bride.